So like everyone else for the past 3 days, I've been playing Path of Exile's new Harvest League, and naturally I want to preface this by claiming I love the Sacred Grove and I generally enjoy the harvest mechanic. Even with how simplistic it is, I love the pylons and the dispersers and all that jazz, because it's basically Factorio Light, or Stardew Valley, or RimWorld, or any of those kind of simulation games that I genuinely enjoy. You know, the games where you stay up until it's 5 in the morning, realise it's 5 in the morning, and then say fuck it and keep playing because why bother sleeping at that point? It's still going to be 5 in the morning and I've got organs to sell. But I do have one complaint. Why couldn't they have just made the goddamn Grove a box? The Grove's current design looks fine, and I applaud the artist's effort, but the limited size and usable space prevents you from maximising said space in more than a few ways. Ways which have already been found out and then copied by multiple people. These layouts are great, they work, and I love them. But other than swapping colours around, they basically look the same because the overall usable space is just too few. There's a reason Stardew Valley's base map is one massive square. It's not because the other maps aren't great to play on the contrary, they are. The hilltop one is fantastic, but because a massive empty box leaves everything to be desired. You can go for full 100% efficiency, or you can make something that looks like Chucks's art from Reddit and scares the shit out of everyone coming to see it. The current layout doesn't even adhere to an actual grid, which is a real fucking pain in the ass because every placeable object is clearly done in squares, but then you have entire sections of the layout where you can place the collectors, but which now have spaces you can't plant seeds because why? Why the fuck not? Clipping the seeds couldn't have possibly looked any worse than all the clipping we already get on the Templar's elongated neck. There's obstacles and rough edges all over the place. Stairs and random fluff take up potential building space while the fucking waypoint is obscured on all but one side and you can barely teleport to it. Even if it couldn't be an exact square, it could have at least been flat. You can absolutely make an interesting map without having bloody elevation. Stardew Valley managed that as well. So did fucking RimWorld. The waypoint thing is just a pain because why have it in an elevated blocked in position to begin with? What benefit does this provide, even from an artistic point of view, that simply not having it would completely ruin? Now you might think I'm being a bit of an anally retentive twat, and you know what? You'd be fucking right. But let's be honest, an ARPG like Path of Exile is almost entirely defined by how much work I have to put in to do as little work as possible. If I can't be completely efficient by removing every single obstacle from my point of view, then what's the point of even playing? I might as well just open Microsoft Excel and play a real fucking spreadsheet. In all seriousness, while I'm sure there's plenty of people who have made interesting and great designs using the current layout, restriction breeds creativity after all, there's a pretty damn good reason why people wanted and actually used the Celestial Nebula hideout despite it literally being a blank slate. It's just one giant square of cosmic dust floating around your eyeballs, and we fucking love the shit out of it because it means we can do whatever the goddamn hell we want. The thing is, Chris knew this would happen. In an interview he had just before League with Ziggy D, he casually jokes about how optimization is going to come from one clever player and the rest of us lazy fucks are just going to copy it, because why wouldn't we? Remember the efficiency thing? So, knowing this and ignoring the obvious artistic reasons, why couldn't they have just given us an option to make it flat? Even better, make it a hideout-like thing where we can move the waypoint and the seed storage and go fucking crazy with the fields and shit. Hell, why don't you sell fucking MTX-coded collectors? I want a giant spike with Dominus's ugly head on it that glows bright blue when my seeds are ready to be brutally murdered like the sweet, innocent, mutated baby animals that they basically are. Wait. Alrighty fellas, so that's my pointless rant over. My name is MrTastix, and if you happen to like this sort of shit, then smash the fuck out of the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you all next time. Look, all I'm saying is that the whole seed mechanic is basically us planting little teeny tiny animals into the ground and then waiting for them to grow. A rower is basically a healer's kiwi bird, right? And we just completely fucking brutally slaughter that thing and then pump its juice into a giant fucking storage tank so that we can slap and rub and lave it all over a fucking two-handed mace and then smash some more rower skulls in. This can't be ethical.